The conclusion is that third paragraph. You're only doing 3 paragraphs on this analysis, okay, this literary analysis. The conclusion, that last conclusion, you guys, most of the time we're saying you need to aim for 5 sentences, right? You can do 4 if they're well-developed sentences. 6, 7, 8 are fine, just over. Once you start getting to 8, 9, 10, you have to ask yourself, do I need to be looking at another paragraph, okay? So 5 sentences. Well, how in the world do you do 5 sentences of summary of something that is just 1 paragraph? That gets a little bit challenging without feeling like you're repeating yourself. So I'm just going to warn you, I'm okay if you repeat yourself, but remember part of the qualifiers, okay? Inside the conclusion, there's no new information. So do not include something in the conclusion you've not mentioned in the body, okay? There's no new information that you put there. What you do in that first sentence up here is you make sure you've got that topic again. Now, if in your thesis statement, you need to say the open boat, okay? In that thesis statement, the open boat is your topic. It needs to be in there. You're going to lose points. In your topic sentence, that first sentence in the body, you can choose something different, Crane's story, the short story. You can choose some kind of synonym for it. But when you get here to the end, throw in the open boat again. Remind the reader, just in case you nodded off somehow in my paper, I'm still talking about the open boat. This is the subject. So you establish that here. You've got 2 sentences. Sentences 2 and 3, you need to summarize, okay? What have you been talking about? What is it about? Change the words up, make it interesting, feel like you're summarizing. So that's where you're going to be summarizing what you're doing. Your 4th sentence, I am okay for you just have 4 sentences because it's such a short paper here on this one. Your 4th sentence is going to be your call to action. And your call to action, you guys, has to relate back. This call to action has to relate back to the part in your thesis. What was it that you were talking about? Were you talking about bravery? Were you talking about leadership? Were you talking about nature? Were you talking about individualism? Were you talking about faith? Were you talking about hope? What was that one aspect from the story that you were actually focusing on? And then you give that call to action here. What do you want them to do with that? When you're in a difficult situation, when you're in a crisis situation, remember this. I want this to be a good call to action, that last sentence.